What up, though? What up, man? Ken Raw. Y'all know the vibes if you tapped in right now. Salute, salute. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but the fact that you chose to watch me on YouTube lets me know that I'm doing something good and lets me know that you're a real one. So, shout out. I may be a little more reserved in this video than other videos. That's because my son is in the background. I'm not trying to wake his ass up. So, I'm going to try my best to be a little more reserved and calm. But this particular video, I'm going to be shedding light. I'm going to be giving some game to the women out there. And I'm also hopefully going to help some of the brothers out. Okay. This video is why black men are toxic. Excuse me. Why black man is toxic in 2025. Okay. Now I could say why black people are toxic, but I'm not going to speak for black women. Y'all got some shit that y'all got to deal with. Y'all got some shit that y'all got to figure out within yourselves, and I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to stay focused on us. So let's see. I don't even know where to start, but I'm just going to start. In the year 2025, who has the most influence in the black community? See, back in the day, we had leaders, right? We had like real stand-up men in the neighborhoods, right? That other men or young men that could look up to and give guidance. In today's time, in January 2025, there's none of that. We as a community do not have no leaders. We don't have no guidance, okay? These young people out here in these streets are looking to these street rappers to be their guidance, right? Now, when I was growing up, when I looked up to some of these rappers, they was actually giving me game on how to hustle, okay? Like I can remember listening to Jay-Z and he dropped some gems on how to move in a room full of vultures, right? Nowadays, these rappers is telling these young kids to just go shoot and just go kill, go spin a block, go do this and that, right? So our influence today are sadly musicians who don't give a fuck about you or the community. All they care about is that M. As long as the millions come in, they don't care. Oddly enough, it's not just the musicians. There's literally people who don't have no talent at all. They are called influencers. Ain't that some shit? That's like a new word that just happened about 3-4 years ago. Influencers. So you have influencers trying to influence black people, but not in a positive way. Okay. They're spreading toxic messages, right? And back to the rappers, they're spreading bad messages in their music, right? So you have a generation of young men that are being brought up with no structure in the household. Okay. Most of the times the father is not there, right? Again, back in the day, structure. The man was supposed to lead, the woman was supposed to teach. That's how it goes. Now, the man is not even there to do anything. So now you got the woman trying to lead and teach. And she can only do so much because she can't teach a man, particularly a black man. Okay? So it's very, very difficult for these black mothers out here to raise a black man to be a real black man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, there was a point in time in history where there was, I mean, it's still going on today, but there's unseen forces that made us be toxic, right? So when you talk about the crack era, that was a real thing. Okay, now let's be real. Black people didn't create no fucking crack. Just like fentanyl. Black people didn't create fentanyl. These are outside forces that literally in our community, right? So back to the crack era. You got a bunch of black men who's fiend out, not talking about all black men, obviously. But they are, I wonder what's the percentage. I don't feel like looking it up. But a lot of black men turned to crack. Okay, so they just fucked up a whole generation. Okay. Now, the next generation are the dealers. So the generation that was using crack. You got another generation was dealing the crack. Again, I'm not speaking for all, right? But that type of mindset, that lifestyle, right? That trickled down to what you see today, right? It's a bunch of young niggas that just want to hustle, right? They don't know shit about shit. They just want to hustle and get money. They not trying to better themselves, right? They not trying to read. They can barely write. These niggas just focus on the money. Okay, we're wrapped in the matrix. Surprise, surprise. We're wrapped in the fucking matrix because essentially money isn't even real. So these niggas is risking their lives and taking lives over a fictional paper that somebody else labeled that this particular paper have value. It doesn't have value. It's not like it's God's mineral, which is gold, right? It's not even fucking bronze or copper or cobalt. It's none of that shit. This is a fucking piece of paper, right? That a lot of people are risking their lives to get. Okay, so when you talk about why black men are toxic in the year 2025, it's because essentially they don't have no soul. They don't have no purpose. Their only purpose is wrapped up in this fucking matrix. Okay, that's it. A lot. It could be as simple as that. A lot of men are just not spiritual. A lot of black men are not even religious. I'm talking about in 2025. Let's keep it a buck. It's not like how it was 20, 30 years ago, right? When your mom had to make you go to church. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't follow religion. I'm spiritual. Okay. I talk to my ancestors. I, talk to the universe, the cosmos. That's what I'm into. Okay. But I'm also able to realize and understand a lot of people, a lot of black men don't have a purpose. They don't have a soul. So when you talk about why black men are toxic, okay? Because see, listen here. When you're spiritual, that's why we say spiritual journey. When you say journey, that means you're going somewhere, correct? Right? If these niggas is not spiritual, then they're not going anywhere. Okay? Again, when I say I'm on my spiritual journey, that means I'm going somewhere. These niggas ain't going nowhere. They're stuck in the fucking matrix. Okay? So, okay, I'm just making sure he's quiet. You see him in the background. He back there. He's right there. Okay, but anywho, um, we how do we fight that, right? How do we get our spirituality back as black men? Okay, you can start by knowing yourself, knowing where you came from, knowing who you are as a black man, knowing that you are divine. Not only that you are divine, right? The people that look like you are divine as well. See, it's to a point now where we just don't value life. We don't. I'm tired of seeing um, Instagram news where young kids is taking lives over something that's just so petty, so sad, man. A young nigga killed somebody else just for looking at him. So you telling me niggas can't even look anymore? Yeah, I'm scared of y'all niggas. It's crazy, man. We don't. Life is so precious. Life is so valuable. But again, if you're not on a spiritual journey, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so essentially, you don't value life in the same sense that I do. You know what I'm saying? You don't value life in the same way as any other spiritual person who has a meaning, who has a purpose. These young niggas don't have purposes. They don't. They're living in the here and now, and that's it. They get high all the fucking time to forget the past. So when you talk about the past, when you think about the past, you think about the past so you could correct whatever mistakes that you made. So hopefully in the future, you won't have to make the same mistakes twice, right? Okay. Um, but these young niggas, they getting high to forget the past. They just did some fucked up shit. They didn't caught somebody lacking, did what they had to do, and now they getting high to just forget that shit. So they don't have to face their demons. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking some real shit now. So ladies, I hope you listening so you could understand. I'm talking some real cutthroat shit. Right? It's a dangerous ball game we're in right now. Like I said, see, when you talk to somebody like me, I'm a spiritual warrior, a conscious gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm really from that way, but I know how to use my energy in the right way. I could easily get caught slipping and be like the same young niggas that I'm talking about. But what separates me from them is that consciousness. It's that sense of purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that I was put on this earth for a reason. You feel me? I know for a fact. I know I'm here for a reason. I know my purpose. So by any means, I'm going to live that. I'm going to carry it out until I see the results. These young niggas don't have no purpose, right? Matter of fact, these people, period. Because I'm focused on the young niggas, but we as black men, it's hard to find your purpose when you wrapped in the matrix. It's hard to find your purpose when you living in this communistic society, this money-driven society. Hold on, because my food is ready. But for the most part, the only way we gonna the only way we gonna heal each other is to love each other and start giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too many times. It's just. I remember when I was in middle school, a fucking teacher had the right to hit me because that teacher went to church with my grandma. Right? Like if I was being bad in school, that teacher came to whoop me in middle school. I'm like in the 6th grade, right? Now I didn't like it, but it's just that sense of family shit, right? Remember back in the day, you hear them stories like, if you would have got in trouble as a kid, the whole neighborhood would whoop you. Then you would got home. Then you get home and you still get another whooping. That sense of community, it's none of that shit no more. It's none of that shit. You know why? Because these niggas out here just terrorizing the community. You know what I'm saying? Just being totally honest with you. So there's no sense of love anymore. It's no more black love. It's no more, if I walk into a room, I say, peace, my brother. You know what I'm saying? They'll look at me like, nigga, what the fuck? You know? It's no sense of togetherness anymore. No sense of family. It's only an eye for a eye. You know? So again, when you talk about why black men are toxic, the shit is run deeper than just the physical appearance. It runs deep. You gotta ask yourself, what's in the mind of these people? Right? It's a lot of trauma, a lot of sadness, a lot of depression that's going on in these societies. Okay? So we gotta spiritually heal ourselves to get back to where we was. You know? It can be done. It can absolutely be done. But it takes all of us to get on board and come to a conclusion that we're just tired of living like this. You know? So I thought he was waking up. But yeah. I'm gonna make this video a little shorter than normal because like I said, he's asleep and I'm not trying to wake him up. My food is done. I'm about to eat. But yeah. Got a lot of healing to do, man. And I feel like my purpose is to spread high vibrations through all mediums, whether it's through actual talking, through music, through drawings, paintings, writings, um, anything, any way that I can get my information out. That's my purpose. You know, it's to heal. You feel me? Because I, again, we all been through some trauma. We're all dealing with trauma. You know, that's why the structure of the black family is where it's at today. It's not in a good place because we're dealing with traumas from generations and generations. And there's right. We just literally just been surviving. We've been living in survival mode. Let me tap back in. When you ask the question, why is black man toxic today? It's because niggas living in survival mode. Oop, there you go. Look at him. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of my little man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all a little later, man. But hopefully somebody else is able to listen to what I said and gain some knowledge from it, you know, and apply it to themselves. So look at him. Yeah, it's that time. It's daddy time now. Until then, I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man. Y'all know the vibes. Deuces.